One of my mates at the campaign decided it would be cool to document a day in the life of the Senate campaign, road rules style. And of course, all you really need to do that is a webcam, an iPhone, and a candidate who's willing to let it all hang out. Check, check, and check. We have to go full tilt, but we relish it. And frankly speaking, it takes a lot more energy to hide than it does to get out there and press the flesh. For example, here I am working 12 and 14-hour days, and I get home and I'm like, bring it, give me some more. and that's not me. I'm commonly known as the slacker in the family. So this suggests that there's a very special energy out there, and that's what I hope to bring y'all a little flavor of. So, ready to hit the road? Meet the cast. There's Nathaniel, Tyler, our driver Dave, myself, and of course the man we want to send to the Senate, Rob Andrews. After a little campaigning on the commuter rail, where I met Congressman Andrews and staff, we were off to Lawnside, New Jersey to do a meet and greet with local UPS workers. Now, we love all delivery companies. This one just happens to be in Rob Andrews' district. Meet Nathaniel. He's Rob Andrews' right-hand man with some tips for keeping true to the itinerary.
Especially in a campaign, it's very important to be on time because people are expecting you and there's relationships at stake, and you know, it's a serious deal that we take seriously.
After 20 years, they may love you or hate you, but they'll definitely know you. The next stop's a local business well known for its high-tech optics. Many of its workers live in Rob Andrews' district as well.
$4 a gallon for gasoline this summer, and it's got to stop. Yeah. There is something called the Strategic Petroleum Reserve. Uncle Sam buys up many barrels of crude oil in case of a national emergency. You know something? I think $4 a gallon gasoline is a national emergency. Why is the price of gasoline so expensive? Look, if Bush and Cheney had come from the ice cream industry, it would cost $20 for an ice cream company. Do you understand that? That's why this happened. We should make it the law of this country that at least 25% of what we buy must use renewable energy. Hydrogen, solar, wind, biomass. If the Postal Service buys trucks that run on hydrogen, if we buy appliances that are powered by wind energy, these are the kind of things that we can do.
After a few moments of handshaking, we are back on the road. If you want to see a college thriving in the face of shrinking budgets, come on down to Rowan University in Glassboro, New Jersey. Today, Congressman Andrews was speaking at a job fair for criminal justice majors. Frankly, in this economy, college grads can use all the encouragement we can give them. After that, a quick chat with the TV media, followed by a conference call with the print reporters, and we're back on the road. Our destination, the most iconic backdrop you'll find in any Garden State campaign, the Jersey Diner. I heard a rumor that if you don't put on 20 pounds by the end of the campaign, you're not working hard enough.
I think the opposite is true. Before I started the campaign, I was exercising like 5 mornings a week, like 5 o'clock in the morning. I've not done that since I started the campaign, but I've actually lost weight because you're burning probably 4,000 or 5,000 calories a day. Seriously.
Really?
So yeah, I eat junk in the middle of the campaign, but I don't gain weight.
So we should have ordered some buffalo wings then.
Whatever you want. I mean, as much fried stuff as possible. Now, in a campaign, you burn up a lot.
So part of our cause is actually a fitness regimen.
No, that would be a gross exaggeration of what we're doing. Since I'm about to eat a tuna melt sandwich, I can't credibly make that claim. But frankly, when you are going from 6 in the morning till midnight, and you're sort of constantly wired, yeah, I think you do burn up more calories, but I wouldn't recommend it. Join a gym and eat healthy. Don't do this.
How many times do you eat at a diner per week?
That's a great question. 15? Dozen?
10 to 15, give or take.
10 to 15.
Well, nobody's asking me, not yours.
How many BlackBerry hits do you think you send out a week?
I would guess, Jay, that I get 150 emails a day on it.
The camera doesn't see your staff in the background, like giving me the higher side. So more than 150 a day.
What do you think it is?
200 to 250 average per day.
Okay.
Well, I'll just look at this right now. There's only one reminder pending.
Can't win an election without the bays. So that's pretty much what today is all about. We're making whistle stops all over South Jersey. Tuesday through Friday will be devoted to the rest of the state. But for Monday, we
We're keeping it a little bit close to home. Now we're off to Thoroughfare, New Jersey for another small business crowd and some really astute questions.
Yeah. How are you going to get the name out there in North Jersey where that road is very important? This is what my shoes look like right now. That's one way. We are everywhere we need to be. And we are networking with groups of friends throughout North Jersey. We've had a lot of good success. And people in Newark want to know about the cost of college. And people in Woodbridge want to know about the cost of health care. And so I'm not running as someone who will serve South Jersey's interests and solve its problems. I'm running as someone who will serve New Jersey's interests. We have to have a trade policy that focuses on exporting products rather than jobs. It's protecting the intellectual property of the United States and the inventors here. The problem is when we sell those products or attempt to sell them in Asian markets in particular, our inventors are at risk of having their intellectual property stolen, having them reverse engineered and then produced without the consent of the inventor. We need to strengthen our trade agreements in such a way and sign better trade agreements so we can give them a level playing field to compete in global affairs, and that would reduce our trade deficit. So point one, reduce our budget deficit. Point two, reduce our trade deficit.
There to greet us in violin was Tyler, the guy who greets us wherever we go. He's our advanced team. It's a really important gig, but you'll have to take my word for it because young Tyler was too camera shy for public consumption. Okay, so I wanted to introduce you. Oh, come on. Can I do it over your shoulder? Because you're like a character, and we're doing a little documentary of the day. Okay. How about if you do it naked? Later. Okay, cool. Anyway, while Congressman Andrews was giving his 4 p.m. stump speech, Tyler and I became distracted with a museum-quality display of campaign buttons dating back to the mid-40s.
And I want to run a campaign, I want to emphasize this. We're running a campaign based upon what we're for and where we stand, not what's wrong with the other person. I just really think that people are tired of politics based upon what's wrong with the other guy. And as a Democrat, I especially think we shouldn't run a primary issue. Any questions I'd be happy to answer? Yes.
Congressman, first, I want to thank you for not taking South Jersey for granted and actually coming to speak with us. It's really refreshing. When the next 3 or 4 positions on the Supreme Court come open, will you promise to filibuster another right-wing or unqualified candidate for the Supreme Court?
Yes.
Thank you.
Now, as our driver Dave shepherded us to the next destination, the congressman spent a few minutes trying to track down his teenage daughter, who's going through that glorious phase commonly known as first love.
Well, we tried to get through to her.
Every time we get back into the car, we're checking in with the girls.
We are. I mean, seriously, I've not spent as much time as I used to with them because of this, but yeah, I want to be sure I know what's going on with their lives.
I reckon that's just how a family copes when they have a huge election right in the middle of prom season. We're trying to raise money for cancer, for women, and it's also a little bit of a chance to have a good time and maybe have a glass of wine. We've been on the road for 12 hours, and so to be able to do a little bit of socializing is actually quite a thrill. Hi, ladies. And I'm actually with the Rob Andrews campaign, so we just wanted to come out and say hi and document what y'all are doing. This event is not about politics, it's more about raising money and awareness. No doubt our primary foe, Farnk Lautenberg, indeed our Republican rivals as well, share the view that cancer cuts across all divides. Now, as much as I love to record this, both me and my camera totally out of batteries. So I'm going to just have to hope that Rob Andrews doesn't reserve his very best lines for when I'm actually not watching. And if that does happen, well, there's always next time.